Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new MLO creation series. In today's video, we're going to be starting the build of a new MLO. I am making an effort to go even slower than I have in the past. This series will not include how do I say it? Tutorials on how to use Blender. But I will link at the top of the video or the description box a playlist where I walk you through how to use Blender. If you are not familiar with Blender and you're new to MLO creation, I'm gonna walk you through that. But I'm gonna go a bit slower with this series. So for those of you who are a bit more advanced or who may possibly want me to move a little quicker, just be patient. I'm just trying to get everybody, we don't want to leave anybody behind. Today our build is going to consist of a restaurant over here that we're going to go to it, but I wanted to show you where I am so that you can get to it, find your way to it as well. Here is the city, and then I'm over here on this like side highway or interstate. The casino is here. There's another interstate that goes up into, is that Sandy that way? Well, we're over here on the right, far right, close to the water. We're gonna come up and go this way. I want to say, well, here's the location that we're gonna be using. We are using the latest versions of the programs that were created to mod for GTA 5. We're using latest version of Code Walker, I believe. Last time I checked. We are not using the latest version of Sollumz. It's very close. It's like the version right before the latest. Which I believe there aren't any differences. Maybe one or two small changes that I could see. The reason why I'm not on that version is because I was getting some errors when I was trying to use it. So I'm not using it. I have seen people use it though. So you're more than welcome to use that version. And I'm using Blender 4.5. I'm going to include in the description just to be sure and to make sure you know exactly what I'm using. I'm going to include the versions that I'm using in the description of this video. Okay, so over here is like this gas station. This Run gas station, and then you have this Bishop's Chicken. Is that what it said? Bishop's Chicken. This is what we're gonna be opening up and creating an interior for. Again, this is a basic build. I go into more detail about like furniture and like multi-rooms and multi-level MLOs in the online campus, and I'm thinking of bringing some stuff here to the channel for members, where I go into more detail. But this series that we're on right now is very basic, okay? And I'm hoping that it will be easy to follow for those who are new, okay? As always, check the description box for the link to the Discord, where you can come and get additional help. If you have questions, you can ask them in the designated chat channels, and the community. So many people in the community are willing to help you and assist you with your questions. You have not because you ask not. Come to the community and ask for help if you need it. All right, so let's get started. If you don't know how to use Code Walker, if you press T when you're in here and you get to this location, this toolbar up here will pop up. And if you press spacebar, this over here will pop up. Make sure you want to have your DLC enabled, and I believe this is set to the latest version DLC, I believe. And then you want to come over here to options and save your settings. That way, everything that you have enabled will remain enabled. And if you change anything else, it will remain changed the next time you open Code Walker. Okay. Okay, so with this toolbar up here, you want to select this little mouse icon, as well as once you select the mouse icon, then come and select this move icon also. What this is going to allow you to do is obviously select your objects and then allow you to move the object. What I have selected is, I'm going to select something over here, so it'll deselect. This one is pretty simple. I tried to find something that was really easy to grab. If you right click on the building, you'll see this box pop up. Many boxes will pop up once you select this mouse icon. But there's a box that is clearly the building that you can select, and then once you right click on it, you can then come over to this blue arrow and you should be able to move it. Okay, so the first thing we selected is basically the decals on the building, the dirt and grime and the posters on the windows. This isn't what we want right now, so we're just going to take this and move it out of the way. By moving out of the way, I'm just going to move it under the map. Then we're going to go back to this building and see if we can find that box. There's the box again. I'm going to right click on it. This time it should be the building. Yeah. If you notice that the building isn't connected to, this sign isn't connected to the building. This is the building that we want. So with this selected, you're going to come over here to selection. It should already be set to entity. And if you see in this little field here, there's letters, a name, a file name for this building. You're going to copy that name, by pressing Control C or Command C, or right click and copy. Then come up here to Tools, RPF Explorer. This is probably the easiest part of creating an MLO is finding the file. And then you're going to paste that name that you copy right here in the search bar and press enter to search. And you see a lot of different things. What we want is the YDR file for that name. And it seems that we might have two. Let's just double click on it. Okay, so this is not it. This is a part of the gas station. If you double click, you should be able to see, and this is the restaurant. And these should have, the naming should be different. Yeah, this says shops with an S, and this says shop without an S. And then you have this one. These are just the decals for the gas station. So yeah, let's get this one. This is the one that we want. What we're gonna do is right click on it and then choose export XML. Find a location for it. You can create a folder. I'm just gonna call this, I'm gonna create an all new folder. And I gotta do a lot of cleaning up in the tutorial. And then within this folder, I'm gonna do another one. This is just what I'm doing. You don't have to do it like I'm doing. Just that's not how you spell restaurants. Create your folder. I'm creating multiple folders for my own sanity. And then we're gonna do what is this? Bishops. And then I'm doing this because I create a lot of different things and I want to just make sure I know exactly what is what. And then within that folder, bishops, I'm going to do XML files or CodeWalker exports, whatever you want to name it. And within this folder, this is what I'm going to name. I'm going to save this, export the file from CodeWalker. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to double click on it again. We're going to go, when you double click on it, let me show you. I'm trying not to go too fast. You're going to click these two arrows here, and this will bring out this window. And you're going to go to the materials tab, and we're going to do save all textures, and I'm going to save it to that same folder. Within the XML files folder, this is the folder that was created once I saved the YDR file for the restaurant. I'm going to double click into this folder that was created and save the materials into that folder. I want to say You don't always get a folder. A folder isn't always automatically created once you save an XML file, but when it does happen, I try to save the materials for that specific building or file into the folder that was created. That way, when we go into Blender, Blender will automatically locate the textures for your building. You don't have to do that, but it just saves me a step. If I can avoid it, I try to. All right. We're not going to change the name of this building, but if you wanted to change the name of this building, you would basically find this, grab that and export it out. And what is this? This is the stuff on the side too. Yeah, and just rename it. Just recreate whatever it is that you're trying to create. And yeah, have it here. You can either edit this and put your name on it, which I think is, logical. Or you can move this underground, create your own logo and stuff, and just position it afterwards. But it's up to you what you decide. We're not going to worry about the name right now. We're just going to focus on bringing everything into Blender. All right, so I'm going to close out of CodeWalker. And we are going to open Blender and import in those. What am I talking about? Import in what we just exported from CodeWalker. In Blender, when that window pops up, I just clicked off of it, off onto the, like in the side into this window, and that initial window that was here just disappears. I'm going to box select all the objects that are in the scene. Go to my screencast key so you can see box selecting. All you do when you box select is left click and drag across the screen to box select. If this right here, this option isn't selected, you won't be able to box select. It literally says select box. So left click, drag, select, and we're just going to press X and then delete. Find the right front orthographic view right here. Okay. Now what we're going to do is press V, hold down V. If you have Sollumz installed, you should be able to do this and you should see these options. If Sollumz is not installed into your Blender, you will not be able to see these options. So make sure you have these options. Make sure you have Sollumz installed properly. If you don't have Sollumz installed, all you have to do is come up here to edit, go down to preferences, come to add-ons right here where it says add-on, click on that. Come over here to this drop down where it says in the top right hand corner of this window, click install from disk, and wherever you have your Sollumz zip file downloaded to on your PC, I want to say do not extract the files from the zip folder. Wherever you have your Sollumz downloaded, it should pop up or populate in this window wherever you have it. If it's in downloads, it will look like this, and it'll look similar to this. You will have this type of icon. It won't be a folder with an actual zip. And if you have extracted the files, you'll see the folder, but you don't install it via the folder. You'll install it via the zip file. So just make sure you have your zip file for Sollumz, and you just click on it and you click install from disk, and it should work. And then you want to just restart your Blender to implement the changes. Okay. All right, now that we've gotten past that, what you're going to do is to import in the file that we exported from CodeWalker. You're going to hold down V, and you're going to go to import CodeWalker XML. You can also come up here to file, go to import, and then you can do CodeWalker XML. And then one other way, there's tons of ways to do this. I think you can do it again here. Yeah. Okay, so if you press in and then go to Sollumz tools and then general, import CodeWalker XML. So there are 3 ways that you can import in your file, but I like to do is to press V because it's like quicker for me, and then just go to import CodeWalker XML, and then find where you or saved the file. And then once you have it, you want to select it and then click on import CodeWalker XML, and it should populate right here in front of you. And then if you turn on, right now we're in just the regular solid viewing of objects. We want to turn on the material preview. That way when we click on it, we can see all of the materials. You should have all of your materials here. If you do not see all of your materials on your building, maybe you see some pink areas or just some areas that don't have materials, to apply the missing materials, for whatever reason, maybe you didn't save your materials to that folder I suggested that you did, you want to hold down V, go to find missing textures, and then you want to go to the folder where you saved those textures, and then just click find missing textures, and then all of the textures should show up on your building. All right, that is going to be the end of today's video. Again, I am moving a lot slower than I have in the past for the reason of not wanting to leave anyone behind, and also I just, you know, for the sake of my time, I don't have a whole lot of time to make these videos, but I do want to continue to make them for you. If you don't know, I am a full-time mother of 2 beautiful girls, and I homeschool them, and so that on top of just, you know, all the other things that I have to do, I don't have as much time, but I do want to release these videos for you so that you can continue to learn. And, you know, it's helping us all, you know, to move a little slower and to catch our breaths and take our time and really, really, really work on our skills when it comes to MLO creation or 3D design in general. Okay. I love you all. If you found this helpful, please leave a like on this video, and in the comments, let me know of a location that you want me to do in the future. And if you have some suggestions, some requests, please just drop them in the comments, and so that I can go back and reference them and see them. Just let me know what you want to learn on this channel. In between each MLO creation series, I am going to be dropping I guess you could say standalone tutorials, like for animation and what else? I think somebody asked about how to do waterfalls. Somebody asked, and I went and I did some research, and I was like, and I played around with some things, and I was like, okay, I can show this on the channel. But if you have a suggestion of something that you want to learn, let me know. Just leave it in the comments. I believe there's so much room for us all here to learn and grow, and either do this as a hobby or a career, whatever it is that you want. There's room for us all, and I really, 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 really am excited to share what I know, what I'm learning with you. All right, I will see you in the next video. Love you. Bye-bye.